Hello folks and welcome back. This would be episode 7 of my little series here of The Long Dark, A Noob's Journey. And in the last episode, if you haven't seen any of my episodes before, so far we have checked out Mystery Lake. It is only one of 3 maps that I've ever been on, and it's the only one that I really know pretty good. We were able to get some hides and some guts, and in the last episode we killed a rabbit after missing him several times with a stone. We did get one with a stone, but then I had no luck with a second one, so I ended up shooting it with a pistol. And that was an experiment to see, could you kill a rabbit with a pistol? And if you could, can you still get the meat off of it? And the answer is yes. So at some point I may try with a rifle, but right now I don't want to waste the rifle ammunition. So one thing I want to do while I was over here at the trapper's cabin is to check out, we checked out a couple of locations where there could be spawning points for the preppers caches, and I'm over here near one of, or a couple of them now, so I want to hit those and see if I have any luck. I think there are still 3 or 4 locations I haven't been to where one could possibly spawn, so we're going to go check them out and see if we get lucky. So let's go check out the first one. The first one should be, if it spawned, will be over the hill here a little bit. As soon as we load in. I did notice it takes a little bit longer for the Xbox One to load in than the computer. So we're going to be heading in that direction. It is a little cold for our clothing. And if you remember in the last episode, I tried to shoot a bear that was down there. And that didn't work too good, because he was moving, coming up this way. So, as any sensible individual in a survival situation would do, I ran like a scared little girl. And ran back into the house and did a few things, went to sleep, and he is gone now. So I don't remember if I set out the snare or if I forgot to bring the snare. I think I forgot to bring it. So that is one of the things I want to do, is make more snares. Snares are really good for catching rabbits. And as we saw in the last episode, I have a crappy aim. And my dexterity is not very good, so when I do hit one and stun it, by the time I get up to it, sometimes it gets up and runs away. One of the other things I would like to do is I would like to try to get a moose. Now, mooses are very tricky. I've learned through watching other people play that a moose does not bleed out. So you can't shoot it one time and then just wait for it to die. And you have to either hit it right in the front, close range to drop it, and that produces another big challenge, because if you don't drop him straight off, he will attack you. So I'm just looking to see if I see any of our 4-legged friends down there. I did not see any, so I'm going to continue on. Hopefully try not to sprain an ankle. What's that? I saw something. Oh, it was a deer. That gave me a heart attack there. So one of the locations is at the top of this hill up here. Right up in there somewhere. I think I checked it on the first day, but I'm not all that sure. If I did check it, I think it was foggy. And we really couldn't see things very good. Here's my food situation. Oh crap. Okay, new game plan. Nope. Still old game plan. I am going to have to kill something. Because I do not have a lot of food. So we're going to go up here and check real quick. I do know there are rabbits around the next cabin we will come to. As I said, I have played this map. And I know this map not really good, but I know it enough. Okay, so I think we did check this area. I believe the prepper's cache would have been right around in here somewhere. So if you're playing this map, check this area out pretty good. Here. We'll look down. And I don't believe we're going to find one. A little bit more. Nope. So when reviewing my other videos, one of the things that I noticed was I tend to look down a lot. And I need to work on that, to look up more, so that you're not just seeing the ground. I do want to go up. Because I don't know if the preppers caches, they spawn in the exact locations every time, or just in a general area. If somebody's watching this and they know the game, then you can let me know in the comments. Okay, so we're going to go take a look down here. Don't see a bear, don't see a wolf. I think I'm actually going to go around the hill here. And then go up this way. And I don't know if we can map. Yes, we can. I know when it's snowing really hard.
Come on. Think of fire. Think of hot fire.
That, can't, or it's real foggy. Can't do the maps. Alright, there's our cabin. And it'd be nice to find a deer somewhere down here. I'm not holding out any hope for it.
I can't feel my feet.
Got to get my pistol out again. Other than the way we came, this is pretty much the only shelter. So that right there, I believe indicates that there's a moose on this map somewhere. And we got another tree there. It's either a moose or a bear. I have seen areas with bears, and I think that this indicates the moose. Listening. I don't hear anything. Then again, I don't see any rabbits either. So the storm might have run all of them into shelter. So, I'm getting really cold. But I do want to come up here and look over this hill here. And see if I see anything. Since the wind is in my face, it means it will be to my back if I need to run. See, there's another one. So this might be the area that I can find a moose. Besides having a lot of guts and a lot of good meat, you can use the moose hide to make a satchel. I think it allows you to carry an extra 11 pounds.
Wait, I'm so cold.
So we are doing a hypothermia risk. And I believe I got all of the food out of here. So I can still go back to the hunter's blind and collect cattails to eat. It's almost 500 calories. But I can't do it right now because I'm too cold. I do have coffee that I can drink. And I believe what I'm going to do now is I'm going to sleep for 1 hour. And then go back and get some cattails. Alright, so I think the sun is out. And I should have squatted down. So with the sun out, it means it will be warmer. But it also means the predators might have decided to come on out. And maybe since it's still snowing, they have decided to stay indoors for a while longer. Search all of my surroundings here. If I were to find one of the preppers' caches, it would have plenty of food in it. It would keep me going for a while. And there's no guarantee that I can even find one. I think there is a cave, but I believe it's a bear cave. There is a deer I can harvest. Over there, I saw that. And if this is a bear cave, I don't know, I really can't tell from that. I don't want to take a chance. and harvesting something and the bear come back. Let's just see if we can find some cattails. And I should have been carrying cattails with me all along. But I thought this was going to be a quick trip. What is that? That's weird. Looks like old man's beard, but it's not on a limb. I'll keep some of the cattail heads. Stopping to check every few minutes. And to listen. See if I hear anything. Trying to be cautious in this until I feel that I'm set up really good. Then I'm going to have some fun and become the predator around here. I'm going to try to hunt some animals. But I don't plan on staying on this map very much longer. Maybe a couple of more days. And then go check out some other maps. Kind of gets a little boring playing the same map over and over. And that goes with any game. As I said before, I'm mainly a racing game player. I also played World of Tanks for about 6 years, close to 6 years, until it became just people stopped wanting to actually play the game and just started having fun aggravating other people and making their game a misery. And I decided I just don't need that kind of aggravation. Come on. So it might have been the angle I was at. Or maybe I just didn't see it. Or maybe it didn't load in. But it looked like this one was just hanging there with no tree limb. Oh no, there it is. So it is just hanging there. That's okay. I heard something to my left. Don't know what it is. I don't believe it was a bear. I don't believe it was a wolf. So it may have been some other woodland creature running around here. Okay, so squat down here. And okay, sorry, I was just I'm listening. I'm trying to think what to do. I got 7 cattails. Isn't going to last very long. I think 150 calories each. Three. And it may help me survive long enough to get around here and to get back where I could either get some food or where I can kill something. I did see something coming down this hill over here, but it looked like a rabbit. And I'm trying to be a little cautious around this area because of the scrapings on the tree. I do not want to run into a moose. When I did the test playthrough, learn the buttons, I actually ran into a bear, turned a corner, there was a bear. I took off running and got away from the bear, and not a minute later ran into 2 wolves. They both attacked me, and I was limping back because I didn't bring enough bandages with me. I was doing like this, a quick trip out to take a look at something. And got almost back to where I wanted to be at the trapper's cabin. And lo and behold, found a moose. And he charged me. And I got off a couple of shots, but I was too busy moving and not paying a lot of attention to where my shots went. And I missed him. And he attacked me and broke my ribs. Tore me up pretty good. I limped back into the trapper's cabin. And I think it was like 130 hours with broken ribs that I couldn't hardly walk or do anything. So there was a lot of healing involved there. So I do not want to run into another moose yet. There's a deer. And I'm trying to think, I believe the other cache location was up this way. Let's take a look. Yeah, because I came up this way looking for it. And I kept spraining my ankle like twice trying to get up here. And I did see something in the gameplay. It said something about resting to reduce the possibility of sprain. I don't know if that means rest on regular ground or if you have the little sprain. Oh, look at that. Right there. That's what I was talking about. Prepper's cache. Alright, so let's try to get down here. Right now I don't care if I do sprain anything. We are going in. Now each one of these caches is set up as something different. You have some that are clothing, some that are tools. You have the one that I did find previously was a weapons cache, which is not this one. So I'm not seeing, I'm just doing a quick look around. Ooh, I can open that. Ooh, but ammo.
This'll come in handy.
And rifle ammo at that. So you have clothing that has a bunch of clothing in it. tools, weapons, a food one, which that might be what this one is, because it has a lot of food in it. And you have one that I think is firewood or medical. You might have medical and firewood, but they randomly spawn at each location.
Hope nobody
For
needs
each
this
of the
anymore.
2 maps they spawn at. You have Mystery Lake and Pleasant Valley. And from what I remember, there's one that always spawns on Pleasant Valley. And whetstone, I don't need can openers. Gunpowder, I don't need that right now. Now I know where it's at. I can come back and find it, and it just depends on how heavy I am when I leave here.
Hope nobody needs
So let's
this
start looking
anymore.
at the food. Yep. That. And with all this amount of food, I can be picky about the food I take.
This'll come in handy.
Energy drink. 19%. I don't know if that's still something that will give you food poisoning or not. MREs I will take.
Huh. What have we here?
I have a plan for MREs because I can eat an MRE. It gives you a lot of calories, especially if you're getting ready to go to bed. If it gives you food poisoning, you can take the antibiotics or the
I think I can use this.
reishi tea and sleep for 10 hours and you get rid of the food poisoning. Something else I saw. Definitely want a snare. It's one less snare that I have to make.
I need to find food.
You found it. Yep, I'll get that. Take the matches. Storm
I
ladder.
wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
What I'm going to do with that is put that here. So if I have to come back here, I know where it's at and it's easy to see even at night. So I'm going to go ahead and fill my tummy. I'm going to try the dog food or the pork and beans. Okay. No food poisoning. Good. This one isn't as good as some of the others, but I really wanted to find it. I really wanted to find one before I left this map. I'm going to save the sodas because I have plenty of water. This will also reduce my... Let's go ahead and drink. That's not the drink. This will reduce my weight a little bit. I'll make sure my tummy's full.
Never know. End up being useful.
And I am full of water before I leave out of here. Take that. And 30%, I'm going to leave. Because I am going to be heavy.
Man, this pack is getting kind of heavy.
And I am not in an area that's conducive to traveling when you're heavy. Those little furry ones are out and running around fairly heavily in this area. Alright, so I think I have everything I want out of here. And with the canned food sitting out and the stuff sitting out like this, it's not in a cabinet. So I believe even if it gets down to 0, it won't disappear. At least that's what I've heard. And if I get my cooking level up to 5, and it doesn't matter if it's 0% or not, I can still eat it and won't get food poisoning. So 8 cattails, I'm 82 pounds. 8 cattail heads for, I'll go ahead and take the tender plugs. It's 2 less that I have to make. So what is our, it's almost getting into evening. So what I think I'll do is I will eat my fill here and set out in the morning. I was actually hoping for some good clothing here too, but it doesn't look like I'm going to find it. So let's see, do we have cloth? No, I do not have cloth. Rifle's good. I could sharpen my axe or my hatchet and my knife. Something I can do is get rid of these. I like to carry 2 cans with me. That way I can double up on the water if I need it. So I ended up with 22 rounds of revolver, plus the 6 I have in it. 13 rounds of rifle ammunition, plus the 10 rounds I have in that. So I think that is a pretty good start. And I think, oh, what I can do is do some reading while I'm waiting on night, since I can't fix any of my clothing. And yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. Go ahead and read for 2 hours. See what that does first. What's the daylight look like? I don't think I can get another hour in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to eat. Go to this menu, that way I can look at, because the radio button, it only has certain slots, and it will tell you what condition it's in, but if I eat it from here, I can see everything that I've got and the condition. So I don't want to carry the sodas with me, so I will drink that one. I will drink these 2 in the morning to reduce the weight, and then fill up on my food to reduce weight, and I should be okay. So let's go ahead and drink. And what extra weight I'm able to carry, I will just fill that up with carrying water. One thing I did say I wanted to do was to sharpen this stuff. And I'm not quite tired enough to sleep 10 hours. So I need to get a little bit more tired or let the night go by a little bit more. And it's a good time to do some sharpening. Sharpen it one more time. Now it's a 97, but I think I get 4%, so I will be wasting a percentage if I sharpened it again. Yeah, I get 4%, so I'll wait till it gets down to 96 before or 96 or below before I sharpen again. I could have set out a snare to see if I could have caught a rabbit, but I didn't see any rabbits when I came up through here. So 4%, that'll actually put me at 100%. Alright, let's check our weight. See if there's anything that we really don't need. I'm going to drop that. I would like to try that, see what it does, but I would hate to get food poisoning. Look. Okay, I think I'm good with all that. And I'm not carrying any wood other than the birch bark, but I'm hanging on to that. But I don't want to try it now because it may boost my energy and then I can't sleep. Let's go ahead and drink it. I've got 2 sodas. So let's go ahead and try to get... I know I can't get 10 hours, but I'll go ahead and put 10 hours in there. But I will try an energy drink when I'm in a better place. And see what it does. Alright, so we're going to go to this menu. Go down here and reduce our weight by eating some of the older stuff. .600 calories. Some of the older stuff that's heavy. The older stuff that's light, I'll hang on to that. So our weight is 77.35. I am overweight, but I will deal with that. So I will reduce weight by drinking water.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Oh, you can carry it. I have faith in you. I also have a cup of coffee that is my... As I start getting tired, I can use the coffee. So that was pretty good. I really wanted to find one of those before I moved into a new map. And I've been thinking about it. I do know Pleasant Valley a little bit. And I could go there. Or since I'm in Mystery Lake, I could hit Mountain Town and check that out, and then just kind of hit the whole side of that part of the world. There is a new map called Hushed River Valley, and I have not seen a gameplay of that yet. So that might be something that I do. I have seen the Mountain Town. Couple of people that I watched have went into Mountain Town, and then it's part of the story mode. So I have seen a little bit of that, but I have not seen anything about Hushed River Valley. So I'm thinking about doing that. There's a wolf. So I believe I'm going to let him walk around a little bit. And I'm going to go over here. Because what I do want to show you is over here. Just resting. I don't know if that works or not. But down this, and if you go up the other side, I believe, is where you can also find another prepper's cache if it loads in. Let's go ahead and map this area. So in the big scheme of the world, we have been to these areas. I have not done the center area yet, but I think that's mostly just barren open areas. So we have let him go a little bit. Try to get down here without hurting himself. Run out again. So it's either up this little hollow or up the next one. Stay down there. A little bit of running. Create some distance. He's coming right up here too. Yeah, it's up this hollow here. So the gameplay I watched where the guy did, where he showed where all the preppers caches was, he came up this way, and he came up here, and went up through there, and it was like on the other side of these rocks here somewhere. I don't know the exact position of it, because I never did find one there. This one that I found over here, that was only the second one that I have, or actually maybe the third one I found. I found the weapons in my first test playthrough. And then when I decided to do this little video series here, I started it, got 3 episodes into it, and I found one that's further on that way. Let's see if I get the map up here. What's wrong? Still learning the buttons. So it was... Where was it? It was like right in here somewhere. And I found a lot of good stuff in that. I think it was a clothing one. So, because I did find some good clothing in it. But then when I went back and reviewed, I did all 3 episodes in one take, in one night. When I tried to upload them to... Dang it. When I tried to upload them to YouTube. Oh, I thought that was a wolf. Episode 1 would not load. So I had to start all over again. That way. We got rabbits. Use rabbits as bait. Run, rabbit. Run. Down, see if the wolf will go after the rabbits. If he goes after the rabbit, I'm going to sneak up on him while he's eating and I'm going to shoot his butt. Before I do that, I have to get the rabbits over. have a wolf sneak up on me on my left side. Where's the wolf? Run that way. Run that way. Not up the hill. Rabbits never do what you tell them to. Maybe I can come around and force the deer to go over there. Or the easiest way to kill a wolf is when he's not hunting you. There's a wolf. So, he's not looking at me, so I'm going to run that deer that way. Okay, hopefully he saw, yes, he saw the deer. Now he's got to run the deer down. You got it? Hopefully he does not have a buddy. And if nothing else, I can scare him away and take the deer home on it. If he starts coming at me, I'm just shooting. I don't know how close I can get to him. It's as close as I'm getting. Shoot. Reload. Oh crap. I never even saw that one. Oh, no, rocks. Alright, we're getting out of here. They are going to come back. So I need to find some books on rifles and pistols so my aim will get better. And I can hold that aim longer. In my test playthrough, I found a lot of books. And I was continually reading the books because I had heard somebody say that you could get badges for certain things like running. Run when that. Running, reading books, things like that, drinking coffee. And in my test playthrough, I was able to get 2 badges. badges were running, and when I read a book, I get more out of it. I think it's like 10% or something. So the first time I tried to do this series, I couldn't figure out how to get those on there. Actually, the first one I did, I got one of them. And I had a soda. Had a hiccup burp for a second. Okay, reduce my drink. Did I drink the... Yeah. Oh, I must drink coffee instead of soda. Alright, that'll work too. So my first attempt at doing this series, I was able to get one of the badges to work. I couldn't get the other one. I couldn't figure out how to do it, because every time I clicked on a badge, then the game started. It went on to the next screen. And I had to look on YouTube to figure out how to do that. So YouTube can be a pain in the butt. There's a lot of junk on YouTube. But there's also a lot of really good stuff on YouTube. I have my refrigerator, which was only about 3 years old or so. A few months ago, it quit working. The freezer part still worked. Oh, what's up here? But the refrigerator did not. And I was figuring I may need a new refrigerator. It was ticking me off because I had a fairly decent refrigerator. So we looked at them at a couple of stores, and with my wife, I'm just going to look on YouTube. Maybe it's something simple. When I typed in the type of refrigerator I had and the problem I was having, the first video I came across was a guy that had a different type of refrigerator but had the exact same issues. And it said that he had gotten it fixed. So I watched the video, and what I found out was... Okay, sorry. Saw something moving. I thought I saw something moving there. What he did was he had the same issue, and he emptied everything out of the freezer part, and there's a back cover inside of it. He took that back cover off and took there's like a little plastic piece. I've never been up on that little thing there. Let me go up on that. But how a refrigerator works is the freezer has all the cold air, and you've got a little slot that the cold air, the excess cold air from the freezer actually goes down into the refrigerator. And it's just a plastic cover piece that allows that. It's got a little, I don't know if I can get up. It's got a little twisty thing on it that allows more or less air from the freezer to go in the refrigerator. This might be a bad idea. But I've never been up here, so I'm going to give it a try. Yeah, I know it. But what he found was that that little area... Ah, and there goes another one. Was frozen solid.
That sparks a bit.
Maybe that's why I haven't come up here before. Alright, let's get fixed up. And what he did was he took a little ice chipper, and he also used a hair dryer, and I wasn't about to do that. And let's see, right foot sprained ankle. So I use a bandage on that for sprained ankle. Cleared all that out and put everything back together, and it actually worked. So 90%, 83. Take that one. So that one's pain. I kept getting mixed up on these when I first started. I was using pain pills for the wrong thing. Kind of got aggravating because it kept telling me that did nothing. Okay, so I'm all healed up. Anyway, he put everything back together after he cleared all that ice out, and it started working. Like, hey, I can do that. And I took mine apart, and sure enough, it was frozen solid on the inside. So I took a little screwdriver and cleaned all the ice out, put everything back together, and lo and behold, freezer and refrigerator both working again. So all of that from a YouTube video. So YouTube does have some good content on it. I actually look at the how-to videos a lot. I'm trying to figure something out, especially if I have a car issue. Problem with my car. I look on YouTube, see if somebody might have a fix for it. I think it'd be easier to do on this one. Yeah, I think I'm going to try it down this way. Down slowly. Come to the tree. Stop. Again, I don't know if this does anything, but it did say something in one of the little tutorial things about resting to reduce sprains. Huh. Maybe that's what you have to do. Right there's where I want to go. Got the cabins over there. I think I might have left something in those. And since I'm over this way, I want to go over there and check it out. If I have anything, there is something up here. Got a brief glimpse of it. Let's see if that is something I need for my bow, and I think it is. So maple. And what you can always do is go over here, look at the bow, and need a maple sapling. So I do need you. Take you out. And like most old people, I've done lost my train of thought. The new shiny thing came up. Oh, what I was saying earlier. Up that way, I believe, is where the other cache is that I did find. It's either... yeah, up that way right there. So you go up there and there's a rock and you go around the rock. And find the cache. Stop, no running. There are normally wolves here. Really weird because I haven't seen one here. In my test playthrough when I was on this map, I was going around a lot of different locations, looking around, doing some mapping. And it seemed like every time I come around a corner, I ran into a 3-wolf pack. That stuff. If I left anything, it would be in here. Nope. Didn't leave anything. Thought I did. Alright. So, while we're here, I may take a little rest, I might not, but we have reached the close to an hour mark. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this video. And the next one I'm going to make it back to the lodge, or I think they call it camp office. And I'm going to do another little bit of hunting to get some fresh meat, cook it up, and then we are going to head out of Mystery Lake and head toward Mountain Town. One of the things I did do was I printed off a little map that shows the world, so I know what connects to what. And looking at that, I want to go to Mountain Town and look around there. And then the Hush River Valley, which I have not seen any gameplay whatsoever at the Hush River Valley. So I want to try that out. So I believe I'm going to end this episode here. And then in the next one, we will go do those things. So as always, if you have comments, leave your comments. If you liked it, put a like. If you didn't like it, put a dislike. This is just something I'm doing for fun. And comments are welcome. Anything that I can do better, I would appreciate it. So till the next one, have a good one.